Oh, oh my... Hello everyone and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy, where in the last episode we found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium where Sebastian used Crucio on us, fought two acromantulas with our newly learned Bombarda, and we met Poppy Sweeting in the middle of the forest to save a dragon. From Poachers. In this episode, we are, among other things, going to do the sort of debriefing for that dragon rescue mission in the Three Broomsticks, where we will meet Poppy Sweeting once again. Oh, will you look at that? I've got snow in my hair. And it's snowing. Oh, that's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful? I think that's wonderful. Anyway.
This is a change of pace from our last outing. Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
And now for something completely different.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely, but I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask, are you afraid of spiders?
I mean, the big ones are kind of problematic. But, really, they should be more afraid of me. Oh my god!
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable. But why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Wasn't I in Arranshire just now where I got the absconder mission? What the? I was just here!
Glacius, bombarded!
How recently did this happen? I was just here.
Absconder assassin! Oh, pleasure to see you again. Can't tell you how happy Milo's daughter was to get that watch.
Hello? Hello?
The Absconder assassin. A remarkable thing you did there, to say the least.
Fascinating. Anyway, what in God's name is that? Oh god, that's a person in a web. She's dead. I have delivered the spider venom as requested. Prompt payment is now due. The new cluster of spiderlings in my cellar workshop have almost hatched. I can provide more venom soon. Once, of course, I have been compensated for the last delivery. Mary Portman.
If Mary was breeding these things in her cellar, that means there are more underground.
Can we?
I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this is...
Can I? This usually works. It does usually work. Anyway, I guess her body's gonna stay here for the next person who has Confringo or something.
My dear one, you asked about what happened in Arranshire, so I shall tell you all of it. When the spiders came out of the ground, it was like a great rushing tide. Most of us had no time to react. I had a few others to I and a few others took to a roof without having time to take hold of our wands. We were stranded up there for what seemed like an eternity.
This is hurting my voice.
Sometimes we could scare them off. Sometimes those eyes, lifeless, evil eyes. 8 of them. When they're towering over you, all you see is your own fear multiplied 8 times. That and their fangs, shiny with venom. One by one, the spiders picked us off. The victims' screams were awful. Pierced my soul like a blade, hearing my neighbors coming to such a gruesome end. Not dissimilar to a Dementor's kiss, I would imagine. The silence was a relief. We wished them a quick death, and for ourselves too, for if it came to it, especially then. Finally, a witch flew by, low in the air, and spotted us, stranded. By then, all that was left was me and dog's-bodied Pete. Anyway, we survived, but sometimes we wish we hadn't. I shall be haunted forever.
Next time I'll do an easier voice.
Revelio.
Right then, let's get to it.
This is where Mary bred the spiders. They're not here now. I'm not sure I want to know where this leads.
Actually, I do. You know, I actually have an idea for what they should do for, like, not a sequel, but, like, a sequel of a sequel for Hogwarts Legacy, because we're a 5th year now, so they could do a game for 6th year and 7th year, all in one, or just a game for each year, and then I think they could have Lyra go into the wizarding world in the 19th century to, find work as a witch. Am I gonna fight an acromantula? Oh no, it's another matriarch. The insatiable spider. Hold on, that's a bit different.
Bombarda! Glacius! Defender!
Wow. Well, that's just brilliant. Well, that's just perfect. That's wonderful, really. Just kill it instantly. Who doesn't want that? We've fought 2 acromantulas. This is a downgrade. This is like making a sequel, but making the difficulty worse. I know that I'm probably not supposed to play this in the order that I've been playing it, that maybe the acromantulas are supposed to come after this, but come on. Well, this is a useless excuse for an investigation if I ever saw one. I wonder what this appendage serves, what purpose it serves. Because as it stands, it just looks like Lyra's got a massive... She was an innocent victim. She was the victim of her own greed. Well, no, she was the victim of her own stupidity. You don't breed spiders, firstly, making them really bad at fighting, and secondly, in a way that makes them able to overrun you. Have them isolated, and don't do it in a basement. Have it like a select area that is completely spider-proof, where you barely interact with them unless they're anesthetized. Come on. Mr. Pemberton.
It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl. On your stationery.
Ah. Well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Did he call him Penis Pemberton? I'm trying to butter him up. I want to know what's going on.
He is a bit much for a caretaker, but he means well. And he's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Well, it was for a good price, to be sure. You're no better than Moon. I'm all for petty bickering and getting back at a guy you don't like. My apologies, sir. I will refrain from removing any more. Go ahead with your retaliation bullying.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Quest updated. Hold on. Am I, like, resolving an issue with them? I should update him. Really? Okay, I'll play diplomat. I must say, if no interesting missions come up in this episode, then it's... I don't know. I guess I'll just make it a really long episode. Maybe cut out all this boring stuff. Hello there.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied. Piers Pemberton.
Penis Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known.
Oh.
Pigtails Piers.
Really? That's the nickname? I came up with a better one in 2 seconds, and I'm not even a bully.
Yes, him. That's the one.
Oh, he could always take a joke, Piers. He's playing with me. Ha! Hasn't changed a bit. Oh, I wonder if he still has the flowing locks. Pigtails. Clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old Pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Oh, see, this is why I didn't want to play diplomat, because he's a prick.
Confringo!
Beautiful.
Oh god, it's the Oh.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down.
I thought
Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
I thought the owl was gonna turn into Professor Weasley, like the cat scene from the first film. It's a butterfly! Wow,
Beautifully done.
Butterflies! Oh my
Class
god.
is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
We did one spell! We did one! You could... You
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Oh, the montages have been
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
No.
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand lore, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Master Qui-Gon.
Well, took you long enough.
Beginning to think you'd never come.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it.
What?
She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
Yeah, didn't you say something about the dragon? But I do care. What was your gran sending you? What was your gran researching? Plimpies. I will cut that response out because it's irrelevant. It's really not interesting.
What was she sending you?
I'm gonna cut that response out too because it's completely irrelevant. Didn't you say something about a dragon?
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Oh. Yeah, how? Because, like, you can use Revelio and you can see footprints. But gases of the atmosphere have a troubling habit of moving around, so they don't exactly leave tracks. And it sounds like you went back a lot later, so you can't exactly follow the debris and smoke.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Ah, right. She would have sat down and been angry, so she ate some stuff and burned stuff. Right. Well done, truly.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
Is that a hint that she's turning to the dark side? This is another investigation, so I guess I'm putting my detective hat back on. What are we doing?
You're making this sound simple, but this is a dragon after all.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough when you showed her how to escape the tent. She'll understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Why not keep the egg? Because it's unethical, Lyra. And because we'd end up with a Norbert situation. God, and we don't have a trio of first years to help us smuggle it out. Where precisely are we taking the egg?
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Makes sense. Let's find our dragon.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot.
Oh,
and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Oh yeah, because I planned on going in there and being like, "Hey, you little ugly chicken, you look like an idiot. I'm gonna agitate you." There is one good thing about my detective gear, and that is that the coat is dragon hide, which means I'll be fireproof. And I must say, I've put this fedora on so many times in the past few recording sessions that I'd like a little change. Grunt all the...
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Seems she's not hard to find. You did a bloody good job tracking her. Not much work for me to be done. In fact, this isn't even close to an investigation. Looks like we're just going straight to the bloody net.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Yep.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
You can thank my quick thinking for that. What? Oh, that's a mongrel. We mean you no harm.
Potato! Stupefy!
Oh goodness, she fought back.
Where are you, Smithy? I thought you were joining us in Borneo. I thought you'd have your hopes about the fighting ring. But the true galleons are in...
I'm not gonna do a hard voice.
But the true galleons are in Acromantulas. You won't believe how much violetin I made a few days ago. Not to mention Borneo's not half bad to look at. Anyway, we'll be moving soon. Egypt, perhaps. Such a relief not to be weighed down anymore. See you soon, Angus.
Angus sounds like a nice guy.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
Lumos. Lumos!
Angus seems like a nice guy who is in reality a prick.
Revelio. There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From
Indeed.
a distance.
Reparo.
Fantastic. I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
I'm gonna be honest, without the fedora, this thing looks hideous. Oh, pillaging the dragon horde. Oggalumps, speaking little oggalumps in the random realms of Scotland. Actually, we should actually get a nice view from here, because we haven't seen past the mountain until this little break here. Can I not? Can you? Are you serious? Are you? Okay, well, I guess we're not. I wonder what this place used to be.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a graphorn.
Grapple?
Or just raring for a fight.
Oh, goodness. I'm pretty sure that's the thing that's over here. So am I going to find a living graphorn and then rescue it? And then get a useless land animal? Why would I need a land animal when I can fly? I mean, even if I wanted a land animal, Highwing can gallop. Also, it would be nice if I could fly different things, but you have to get a DLC to get a bloody...
Quiet. What was that?
A bloody... Mission accomplished. Oh, what the? What? Okay, I'd say we've been spotted. Okay, this is a whole new mechanic. What? What? Where even are you? Oh. Oh god, no, she's gonna... Ah!
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Oh, will I now?
I'll follow your lead.
The question
I'll
is...
draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Why can't I go there? Why would you put an invisible wall there? Why would you do that to me? There's a dragon! Ah! Ah! Jesus Christ! Okay, just thrusting me into new game mechanics! Ah! So what exact? Get past the dragon and closer to her nest. Okay, we have an objective. Ah! Can she? Okay, we're... Yeah, okay, Jesus, hi Poppy.
Watch out. It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it.
Hello. Ah! I must say, she's not very good at this. Okay, this is a bad angle. This is fine! This is fine!
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me.
I was about to say that. It is a warm welcome. It's a bloody warm welcome.
She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
Do we have to be
Revelio.
quick? Because there's some stuff here.
Lumos.
Lumos!
I hope that they mix up the strategy a bit. Because right now it's been the same sequence 3 times in a row. Like maybe increase the difficulty somehow.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Ah. Right, that's why there's a bridge. Fantastic.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too... Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you.
Damn it. Well, are we sure this is the nest? It looks like a random alcove. Alright, once again, Poppy, I think it's time to run! Like, just jump off the... There's water at the bottom, you'll be fine. Never mind. Oh, that's nice. Right, she did listen to reason. Goodbye!
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
I'd have jumped off the cliff, to be honest. People don't apparently, I didn't.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Oh no, this is easy, really. Didn't get blasted to bits once.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntowl Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Oh god, they went after her family. Oh god, they went after her family. They went after her family! Have we indirectly murdered someone's... Oh god, I should never involve people. Why do I do this? Maybe next time we don't go in our uniforms. Because I suppose if we go in our uniforms, then we know from Hogwarts. And then they have a list of known students to look for. To identify. God, I'm gonna check on Sebastian. I'm checking on Sebastian. Sebastian, the one who hunts for cures, the one teetering on the edge of darkness. Hi,
You're
Sebastian.
Here. Good.
How do we know about this place?
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
Was there anything interesting in the student's report?
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
Have a look at what? What am I? You showed me nothing. You just looked at me. Have a look at you. Am I supposed to read minds? Do I look like a legitimate? Anyway, let's explore the catacomb.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Oh, damn it! I didn't know that was an option. Okay, the student report. The catacomb assignment yielded more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which had suffered decay, amid the turned-over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further. If only the removal of objects was allowed. I think I slipped into Scottish there and I was trying to do Irish. Anyway.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Right, Sebastian, darling, follow me. I will brunt any
that foul
force.
smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Lose my nerve? I just stood in front of a dragon. Lose my
At least
nerve.
now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. This room is taller than it looks.
Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
I certainly would. Why are you telling me not to? Why is it hinting that I shouldn't? I mean, ominous things are happening. Pardon the pun, but what do you mean? There was loot in the first one. Come on. Let's not be superstitious about things.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Shut up, Sebastian. I know what I'm doing. Contre-nous de la tyrannie. Why am I singing the French national anthem? This is all pretty straightforward.
Lumos.
So let's go the wrong way. And just do
Watch
some...
your step. I nearly slipped there.
That looks interesting. Ah. Spiders. Oh, we're gonna see another acrom... This is a very spidery few days. Very spidery.
Tego. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
You know, Sebastian, we make an excellent team. Oh, hello.
Confringo. Lumos.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly.
Revelio.
We'll be fine, though.
Lumos.
Robbing a tomb. Well, we've literally killed people. I'm not sure why I'm having problems with robbing a tomb. With the ethics of such a thing. Literally murdered people. This looks kind of like
now, this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Arena.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some.
Revelio.
Even an altar with a pile of bones.
There's a spider there.
Bones outside a sarcophagus.
Sebastian!
Seems odd. Lumos.
What? There's a spider! Where is it? Where is it? Oh,
There's
it's in there.
something here by the altar.
1 second.
Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Lumos.
Jesus. What the hell do you think you're doing going down here without me? Jesus. Okay, there's some bones. We can build something with that, no doubt. Can build a thing or other. There's something up there. I guess we're repairing this thing. First, let's do some exploring. Devil's Snare. Nothing in that one. Excuse me. Ah.
Lumos.
If you don't mind. Ah. Hey.
Confringo. Reparo.
Nah, that does nothing. Right, you just... Ah, there we are. Thank you. Just walking on bone. Do you mind? You... Do I have to, like, stick you here? Thank you, Jesus. Useless
Rickety
thing.
bone bridge complete.
Rickety bone bridge. This is a funny game. Allons enfants de la patrie et de la gloire. Okay, so I can't light the candles. Yeah, no, I'm not lighting the candles. Collect? I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report, and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies. Okay, that accent was kind of all over the place. Their very bones.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Where do you think these diary pages... That's a good question. Because, like, why the hell would they just be lying around?
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Speaking of looking around, I already did that, so, like... I don't know, whatever. Do what you want.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or, in this case, no bone.
I'm a genius. Sebastian, I'm a genius, and I have just proven to you why I'm a Ravenclaw.
Lumos.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
If this archway's been barricaded, we can find a way through.
Looks like a place where I'd fight a big spider.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control.
Hold on.
So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Sebastian! What the... Why do you know the Imperious Curse?
Why did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Sebastian! You can't take over someone's mind! Like, torture's one thing, but take mind control? Mind control? No! No! I mean, what do I need to do?
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
No!
I don't think learning the Imperious Curse is a good idea.
Really? But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there. Here we go.
No,
Something troubling ahead.
We do not take control of someone else's mind. That is a line too far. And one we do not cross. Okay? Can we agree on that?
Lumos.
I mean, he's already crossed it. Sebastian, Jesus! Sebastian! So we have Spideys.
Confringo! Lumos.
And nothing. There's nothing. What exactly did I do that for? Anyway.
Revelio.
We have Spideys and we have a tomb raiding. Which is progression? Oh, that's a matriarch, isn't it? Because that's big. Oh, is that an acromantula maybe? Because that's massive. Anyway.
Confringo. Accio. Lumos.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
Okay, this
How
is
gracious of you.
progression. This is progression. But there's a red eye. It looks black too.
Confringo.
This looks different than what we faced before.
Oh no, never mind. It's
now
a
we're
matriarch.
also dealing with rune symbols.
Okay, what was he talking about? Something up there. Okay. Right. We have stairs. Stairs and wind. Charmed. Charmed and... thing. Charmed and wind. Thing. Okay, stairs and that. So stairs come before the blobby thing, and the blobby thing comes before nothing.
Lumos.
Accio.
That worked.
Ah, I see. They're doing individual doors. We're not doing a total puzzle. We're doing multiple things.
Confringo.
Got it. That stumped me for a while. That did stump me for a while. That did.
You are head and
Lumos.
shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you. I am a Ravenclaw after all, and it is what we're known for.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this
Confringo.
place.
Lumos.
Really? All I see is
Lumos.
a guy. Ominous.
Confringo. Bombarda. Tego. Stupefy. Defender. Confringo.
Ah! Mother of...
Glacius. Expelliarmus.
Oh, jeez! Mother of... Okay, Sebastian, we have been ambushed thoroughly.
Stupefy. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Dead end. Lovely.
Lumos.
All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Relic's note. The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only wizard kind, but the world. But the dark sacrifice it involves to realize its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic. Illustration. Ah, it's a triangle with some guys tied to it. It's a pyramid. Perhaps
Sebastian,
we...
the
Oh,
relic,
God!
look.
Well, jump scared with
Could it
success.
be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
We have to save Anne. I didn't do all of this for nothing.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
Lumos.
Is that ominous?
Lumos.
Let's go right ahead and yeah, let's not get in this situation.
Ominous.
No.
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Can we maybe not fight? Guys. What?
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Shh. But it's about saving Anne. Come on, I'm not gonna listen to some journal entry. But we have to be diplomatic. We cannot lose Sebastian to the dark side.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
Yes!
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
Whew. Okay, yes.
I hope I don't regret this.
Yes.
Lumos.
Okay.
Sebastian.
Thank you.
We're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Are we just gonna leave him? Come on. You're gonna... Okay. He can hang out here for a bit. Although knowing the Imperious curse, holy god, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. But the goal here is to save Anne. And this thing can do it.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
What?
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Cat? Is he?
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I did want to worry him all over again.
Sebastian, you do know that I am more than a match for you. If this turns into a civil war and you push this further, I will set you on fire. Doubt me again. This place is getting to me. Sebastian, I assure you, I would never lie to you. I would never. I don't lie. I'm a Ravenclaw. Not a slip. Okay, that's a bad thing to say. Sebastian, it's fine. Everything I said is true, and I kept nothing from you. We negotiated.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
I'm not bothering with the Merlin trials, because between episodes I completed all the ones. I now have complete and fully optimized gear storage. Oh my god! I go into a catacomb for one moment and all hell breaks loose!
I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic.
Sebastian!
Did only upset her.
Sebastian! Your house is on fire!
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Revelio.
It's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
No! Was that your best? Are you quite finished? I work best. And it's
Jesus! Right!
We have to fight.
Jesus!
Imperio!
Oh shit! Oh oh my! Oh my god!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
A stun would have done the same, just for the record.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
What was he thinking?
Okay, well, the secret's out there, and I'm up to damage control. Sebastian, I am going to do my best to shut him up so you don't get arrested. Jesus, that was a reckless thing to do. You could have literally a stun, Sebastian. A stun. Solomon Sallow.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow?
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
He did save his sister.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
Okay. Right, Sebastian...
Why, Sebastian?
Right. The worst part of this is now he's kind of dragging me into it. Because now I've been roped in and everything. Ooh. Okay, let's close off with this thing. To some closure on her murdered grandmother.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I am responsible.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
What is that?
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why do they care?
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
I see. Where are they?
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
We should go find it and then put it in the vivarium.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
I wouldn't have gone there. That's genius.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Got it. Right. The poacher's house... Okay, at least she's alive.
Did you speak with my uncle?
It went very badly.
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
The crest?
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organising her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewellery, cards, old photographs. She got to her favourite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
Yeah, okay. Seems a sound plan to me.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Well, with that, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!
Accio! Levioso!
Wrong one.
Bombarda!